This week, Capcom is up for grabs.
Leaks for Witcher 3 make us sad.
If you've played Minecraft, you're 1 in 53 million.
And is Zelda multiplayer a good idea?
I'm Dan.
And I'm Jeremy.
And this is the Dedicated Server.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Dedicated Server. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Dan.
And these are the stories for the week. How was your week, Dan?
My week? Well, it started off really exciting, went kind of blah, and got some shocking news later on.
What was the shocking news?
Well, the shocking news was Capcom.
Capcom?
Yes.
What about Capcom?
Capcom is actually in danger of being sold, or rather taken over.
By Ubisoft.
Oh god, no.
By EA.
No.
By Bungie.
No.
I think Bungie could make a pretty cool Capcom game.
They could, but no. No, that's not the one I want them to be bought out by.
Okay, well, who do you think should buy them?
Nintendo.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Because let's face it, 80s and 90s, what partnership made the best games ever?
Sega and Sonic.
You need to just let your Sega days die, please. Just no.
Sega will never die. No, it would be 80s Nintendo Capcom game.
Yes, exactly. They made a generation of gamers, I think.
I completely agree with you.
But moving on from there, I feel so horrible for the makers of Witcher 3. This is the first thing I caught wind of this week, and oh god, I'm sorry for you.
It's really terrible, and it's honestly becoming an epidemic in the industry right now.
In all entertainment industries.
Yeah, I mean, you even had the Flash TV show pilot leak. What did it, like 4 months early this week?
Yes, exactly, and the action scenes are in there are incredible, even though I haven't watched it and pirated it at all.
Yeah, and I just haven't watched it yet.
Anyway, but yeah, Witcher 3, almost everything about this game got leaked to the internet.
I mean, when you have things like the storyline of the game leaking, what didn't leak?
Graphics, pictures. It was all internal documents.
It's
dozens of internal documents about it. Okay.
You can't let things like this happen.
No, and here's the question: who in the company did this?
That's the thing. It could have been anybody from a fired developer to somebody who didn't feel like they were getting their fair shake. I don't know why companies don't have this stuff under tighter security. The only people who should have access to this information are the upper echelon developers and the producers.
Watch it. It was like someone took some stuff home to work on, and their kid found it and was like, "Oh my god, guys, look at what my dad's doing."
And kind of like that 5-year-old who figured out the security on the Xbox One.
Security so tough, 5-year-olds can break it.
Xbone, buy one.
Anyway, but yeah, we're talking about missions, storyline, enemies, map size, and even the endings that you could reach.
While I realize we're talking about a sequel and a third game, actually, I still would like to think there's some kind of elements of surprise to the game, and now it's completely ruined. Even if I was going to buy Witcher 3, which I wasn't really planning on doing anyway, in the interest of full disclosure, there's no reason to now. I know everything that happened. I don't really buy games based on multiplayer, so if the storyline's been ruined for me already, I don't really know that I need to experience the game.
Well, that also poses a question. Is this exactly the type of leak people would want to see? It's a leak I'm never going to look up the details for, because I don't want to know the details for.
Exactly. I'm one of those rare people who, even for certain movies, will only watch the first trailer and that's it, just to get a sense of what the movie is. But I hate spoilers. I despise leaks like this. You know, how come people aren't like leaking Madden or FIFA
Well,
or...
what is there to leak about Madden and FIFA? You play soccer.
Don't make fun of soccer, Dan.
You play soccer. You play football in both cases. Okay.
I take it you did not watch the World Cup.
Oh, I have been watching it. I was so torn. Portugal versus USA. Thank God they died.
USA all the way, man.
I'm Portuguese, man. Portuguese.
I'm sorry, they're done.
Mm-hmm.
You know who isn't done? Minecraft.
Minecraft is just starting.
Well, 53 million people agree with you because it's now the third highest selling game of all time.
Yes, that's how many copies were sold. And
wrap your head around that for a second.
yes. Well, it's across multiple platforms, and let's face it, it's one of the easiest, most accessible games to get into. There's
Yet I've never done that because I've never even watched somebody play Minecraft, and I can just tell you from seeing commercials and that it just doesn't really appeal to me.
You're playing Minecraft at SDCC.
Oh, am I?
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna have a lot of other things to do at San Diego Comic-Con, Dan.
I will tie you to a chair and put my computer in front of you.
I don't think the other people in our hotel room will appreciate that.
They might help me.
They might have. Since 53 million people have played it, they've probably played Minecraft.
Yes. But I mean, I love Minecraft. I've had people try Minecraft and they buy their own copies and they love it. It's a game where you can do anything according to the physics of the world. You want to build something, you do it.
And I will say that I can definitely respect some of the world building that's going on in Minecraft because it's stunning the amount of detail people put into that. But
Well,
I don't
also
know.
another thing about this story that is a bit of a shocker is within 2 years, the Xbox 360 version, or the console version, sold more copies than the PC version.
That's because PC gaming is not as awesome as console gaming.
Okay, if you played Minecraft on a PC and played Minecraft on a console, which both I have done, just trust me when I say that the PC version is so much easier to play.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're not playing on Steam or else they'll steal your account login info.
Yeah, that happened.
Yes, it did.
It's a good thing I don't answer messages from anyone that I don't recognize.
And when computers, why would you click on a box not from the publisher itself? I realize that some of these malware and viruses are getting very sophisticated with their pop-up boxes.
This is what happens. Okay, it's a phishing scam where some person messages you with the offer to trade stuff, but they can't add you. It's like, oh, here you have to update your Steam Guard, and here's the link to do it. And it looks like a Steam website at first, and you go and you download something titled Steam Guard, which you never have to download anything for Steam Guard. Steam Guard is done through the servers.
But wouldn't the people who are hardcore PC gamers that are using Steam are gonna know, oh, that's a bunch of BS. I don't need to ever click on this. Why would you fall for it?
I would never would. If that happened to me, I would report that account.
But then you'd lose it.
Only if I downloaded the stuff.
Ugh. But it's just, I don't get why people feel the need to attack other people and their login and their IP, and I'll never understand cyber terrorism. I guess, Dan.
This I get a bit more than other things because if a person, what happens is that you download this, it steals your files that pretty much identifies you as a valid user for the account. Okay?
Okay.
And it lets them log onto your account without any confirmation whatsoever, and they can play any game on that you've bought.
Oh, I understand that. I understand why their reason why they would do it. I just don't get why
you can play almost any
it.
game on Steam as long as the people you hack have the game.
I'll stick to my PS4.
And I guess we're going to move on to probably the most exciting news for me this week.
You were definitely pretty excited about this. That's why we saved it for last.
Yes. and that is the possibility of Zelda having multiplayer in the future.
Yay, maybe.
Yes. I mean, everyone knows about Hyrule Warriors coming out, which is Dynasty Warriors with Zelda skins on it, which inherently, as a game, has always had multiplayer.
Yes, it has.
But now, in a recent interview, one of the game producers for Zelda, they said to Game Informer, when I was talking back about making Zelda more than just a single-player experience, there's something you will see in the future, maybe next year.
I guess what he's implying is that next year's Wii U Zelda game, since we all know that's coming, is going to have multiplayer, which I like and I don't like. I like the singular experience of playing Zelda. I like beating it by myself and putting in all the hours and taking days upon days to beat that one boss that you just can't get past, and then when you do it, you feel such a sense of accomplishment. And I almost feel like it might be cheapened if I can just be like, call you up on Skype and be like, hey Dan, jump on Zelda and help me beat this boss.
Well, I feel like the core game will have to be single player, but what I would like to see is, you know, like those racing mini games or the such, you can play your friends against in that.
I could kind of see that. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I don't want them to ruin my single player Zelda experience, I guess. It's one of the last true platforming games that I enjoy playing by myself.
Yes. I can completely understand that. I mean, the story of the Zelda games have been grand throughout all time.
And a singular experience.
Yes.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I'd have to buy a Wii U. And I don't think they're $40 yet, so I'll give it like another 3 months.
Well, maybe by the time it comes out, I'll finally buy one. It'll be my reason to buy one. I mean, as people have probably heard me say before, that if I buy a Wii U, this is the reason why.
Even though you still haven't played Wind Waker and it's the best Zelda game.
I'll get to it. It's on my list, okay?
Yeah. Be on the lookout for future podcasts where we do nothing but talk about Zelda games.
Yes, we can go on for hours and hours and hours.
But I promise you I will not let him do that.
Well, I mean, it all depends on how many episodes we want to put out.
One, Dan. Just one.
One that goes on for hours and hours and hours.
Don't make me unplug your headset from Ohio.
Who do you think should buy Capcom? Let us know in the comments below.
Check out our new Facebook page and click like if you like us.
Or even if you don't. And while you're at it, hit subscribe right there. You know you wanna.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Dan.
And this is the Dedicated Server.